Greetings. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mushtaq Memon, Professor Emeritus from Washington State University. Today we are going to talk about application for Fulbright scholarships for 2025 are open now. I have had about 3 to 4 videos on my YouTube channel about Fulbright. So maybe those of you who want to know a little more background, you are welcome to watch those short videos. So 2025 scholarships for Pakistani citizens apply now for master's and PhD program in United States. The Fulbright Scholarship Program is the U.S. government program. It is managed by United States Educational Foundation in Pakistan, or USEFP. Their headquarters are in Islamabad, and their branch offices are in Lahore and Karachi. So they fund graduate studies in the United States. We call graduate studies master's and PhD. So the scholarships are very good. They include all the tuition fees, required textbooks, airfare, living stipends, and health insurance. Now, USEFP has a very interesting background. In fact, it started between the agreement of the government of Pakistan and United States back in 1950, just 3 years after independence of Pakistan. So Fulbright has programs in almost 120 plus countries. But out of those, there are only 49 which have what they call Fulbright commissions. And the commissions have, much more bigger offices and, the programs they manage. But happen to be the Pakistani Fulbright program is the largest in the world, which is very, very interesting. Because as I traveled to other countries, I was recently in Nepal. They have only 2 seats to send their students every year. From Pakistan, Fulbright sends about close to 150 master's and PhD students for PhD to United States. Now, for just a few, concepts about eligibility, who can apply? If you are going to apply for a master's degree, you should have a 4 years undergraduate degree. If you are applying for, obviously, for PhD, you should have, master's degree, MS or MPhil. Now, the requirements which all these programs and all universities also require is the graduate record examination. And in some cases, they also require TOEFL, which is test of English as a foreign language. And then there is a bond between Higher Education Commission and the applicant that recipient would come back to Pakistan and serve the country. All disciplines qualify except clinical medicine. What does it mean? Well, there are many applicants or folks who would like to get education in the United States, but let's say they have already MBBS. They are medical doctors in Pakistan or they have a medical degree. Well, they cannot apply for medical disciplines like surgery, medicine, and things like that, but they can apply for more research-oriented discipline. For example, public health. So if somebody wants to get a master's or PhD in public health, I think they can. Now, what are the ineligibility criteria that you cannot apply? Well, number one is that the persons who had dual citizenships, United States and Pakistani nationality, or the employees or contractors of Fulbright program, United States Department of State, USAID, their spouses, their children, dependents, they cannot apply. People who have already, used Fulbright scholarship at least once, they cannot apply again. or the persons who have already received visa and living in some other country also are ineligible. You must be living in in Pakistan when you apply for it. Now, the application deadline is March 5th of 2025, which is about 2 months away. It's really not much time. So I hope that many of you who are getting ready to apply, they have at least the GRE and TOEFL out of the way and some other things so that you can go ahead and apply within the deadline. And everything is online. I have mentioned there the website that you can go in and try to download the application and fill out whatever needs to be done and submit everything, required documents, the application, your recommendations, and your essay and everything. Everything is online. Applicants from underserved areas are encouraged to apply. What does it mean? Underserved areas? Well, I would imagine in Pakistan could be folks from southern Punjab, maybe interior Sindh, and maybe part of up in frontier in the tribal areas and some Balochistan areas. So those are the folks that most of the time they don't have opportunities. The folks who live in bigger cities obviously have more opportunities to apply for these things. So from those underserved areas, people are encouraged to apply. And other thing that any kind of copying, plagiarism, and if anything is caught, during this process, I think you will be unqualified. And then other thing, which is the last one here mentioned, the use of generative artificial intelligence, AI, which has become very, very common nowadays. But I must remind you that there are also software which can detect if your Fulbright essay is generated by AI. So you don't want to do that. Now, the application process is in a way that once you apply, then the applications are reviewed until about August or so. And then the selection is made maybe somewhere, by mid-September or so. Then after selection, the university submission and placement, which means that all those selected people, their names, go to New York to IIA, which is International Institute of Higher Education in New York, and Fulbright collaborates with it. So they try to look at the applicants and then see where they would, which university they will fit in. You can request it, but most probably the ultimate decision will be IIA to see how they can place you. And most of the students I have seen here in the United States, they come in very, very good institutions. So the departure to the United States starts maybe in July, and then depending upon the university's own calendar, which means that some universities' fall semester may start in September, others may start in August, and some places have quarter system, others have, most of them have a semester system. So just to adjustment to that calendar, this is how you would go there. Now, I know that many of our Pakistani young people get very worried and scared from GRE, Graduate Record Examination, which is required for all disciplines. Now, I went in a little more in detail. According to the new standards of GRE, minimum score is 145 in each section of GRE. Without going into too many details, those sections are explained very well once you go on USEFP website or maybe on GRE website. They will explain to you what are those sections. TOEFL, test of English as a foreign language, is I think some of the selected candidates will be asked to, take the test. And interesting thing was that USEFP helps you a lot on GRE, and I was really impressed to see that they have already posted 12 videos of GRE, which I think you want to really look at them because they're very well done. Now, many people ask them a lot of questions to the foundation, and these few questions came to my mind that I thought I may just go ahead and mention here. Number one was that does it cost anything to apply? Answer is no. There's no fee to apply. So there are quite a few agents and other people who pretend to have quite a bit knowledge about United States, about this application process. They can, get some money from you and then apply on your behalf, and also prepare a Fulbright essay, which I already mentioned. If people are going to cheat, if they are going to caught, that application process is going to stop wherever the process is. So any kind of misrepresentations and things like that will not be allowed. The Fulbright program and United States Education Foundation does a very good job in terms of everything is on merit basis. So whoever qualifies get the privileged student. Recommendation letter, which is also a very interesting concept. The question was, can my recommendation letter be submitted online? Yes. The recommendations letter section where you will put your referee's name, contact information, and then Fulbright will contact your referee to fill out that application, the recommendation, and send it online. So then you will be informed that that letter has been submitted. Now, I have mentioned here my observations, which means that being in this country, United States, for a long time and have received so many recommendation letters, I would like to, advise you to please ask those people to write you a letter of recommendation who you have worked with, to put details of your working relationship as well as try to tell the strengths and weaknesses of a person. So I have seen some typical letters from Pakistan where people write, well, Mushtaq Memon is a good character person and he's very nice and he gets along with people. That's not enough. In my personal opinion, there has to be more details than that. So I have had some experiences, and this one experience was very close to, my working time was Salman Waqas, who was a gold medalist from veterinary faculty at University of Faisalabad, who applied for Fulbright program for PhD, and he was selected, and he came to Washington State University. As you can see here, he is working with me. By the way, I'm a veterinarian, so Salman Waqas is also a veterinarian. As you can see, he's with me trying to check some cows in veterinary teaching hospital there. And then he did quite a bit of work in research area, and he finally not only received PhD in reproductive physiology, but we had kind of a gentleman agreement that he is going to take extra examination to become a specialist. So he is the second diplomat of the American College of Theriogenologists. So this was very nice to see that happens. So I wish you good luck. Those of you who are apply, please do not hesitate to apply. So don't underestimate your chances because there are thousands and thousands of students apply. So go ahead and try it, and I wish you well. Thank you. Bye-bye.